over here. Get it right back to Van Sickle and have her do it again.
Jada Moore working the dribble. Look at that move. Boards
Wow.
her own shot. Oh, but she's going to get called for the travel. You know what? It's tough in that situation because she got the rebound, and about 4 Grandview players just covered her. Like, that was just so tough.
Nothing to do there. Fran's going to get a little rest here for the Raiders.
As Grace Wygand checks in for Fran. Fran plays just about the entire game every night, so it's good she's getting a little bit of a breather. She can use it. Grandview taking a lot of three-pointers to start as they hear me again take another one, come up missing this time, and this should be a jump ball. It is.
A little bit of a late call there. I thought it should have been jump earlier, but we'll take it nonetheless.
As the Franimal comes back in, about a 10-second break, just enough to maybe take the water bottle, drink it for about 1 second, throw it back, and come back in the game.
She really has worked on her athleticness. Fran has. She hasn't had to come out of the game as much as a shots missed by O'Grady there.
And
Love to see that.
Sam Jones, a little bit of an errant passes. Avery Van Sickle working up the court.
And a hobbling player on the sideline there for the Wolves. That's not good.
And Avery Van Sickle checks into the game. Or no, she hits a 3, but oh no, this is not good for Grandview, as there is definitely an injury going on. That looks like a right ankle injury of some sort.
51.
Definitely a tough one there. Grandview cannot afford any injuries, especially if they even want to make any kind of finals run again. So definitely a tough one there for Grandview, but if you're talking about the Raiders, 29-17, they have already scored double digits in this second quarter, and we have 5:14 left to go. Avery has had 11 points in the second quarter alone, 13 for the game. She is a beast.
She's carrying this team right now, and the Franimal's about to come alive.
And right on cue, Fran Beliebe says, you're not going to get it that easy, as it's going to be out on Grandview too. So Fran Beliebe with the great defensive play, and they get the ball back. Avery Van Sickle has been the primary scorer and ball handler to start this game. Avery Van Sickle working around a screen. Over to Sam Jones. She's hit 1-3 tonight. Almost an and one for Fran. Send her to the line.
All right, Sam. Now Fran's missed her last 11 free throws. You think this might be a little jinx here?
I hope she makes it, Jake. You know, I was thinking about this coming into the game, Jake. I was talking to Father Roxford, one of the head priests here at Regis. You know, can you even imagine if she hits a free throw? Can you imagine if she had a consistent jumper going into college? She would, in my opinion, be one of the best players going into college in D1.
They could have taken her straight out of high school. Sam.
Oh yeah. If she could just get that, considering she's only been playing for 3-4 years, if she can have a consistent jumper, maybe even add a 3-ball, give up.
And for
she
those
is
of
going to
you,
be so good.
For those of you that don't know, she's also a tennis star as well, as Wygand's going to pick up the foul. She's hobbling around too. That's not good for the Raiders.
Yeah, she's feeling a little bit, but let me tell you, she's tough as bones. You can't hurt Grace Wygand. She's a lacrosse player and a field hockey player, and she's strong. And she's barely even limping too. Look at that. She is a strong player. And this is the awesome thing, as I mentioned in my article. She is a heavy rotation player in every team she plays with. Field hockey, lacrosse, and basketball. It's amazing. It's really amazing. Avery Van Sickle working up top, trying to play good defense. Bets. She's really tall. Okay, this.
Wow, Jada flying across the court.
Moore. Do it to him. What defense by the Raiders. They are playing both ends exceptionally well, as Avery Van Sickle wants to make it 13 or 14. As Alicia Davis gets a steal and lays it in with the right.
Fran with a smart play there. She didn't want to risk the and one. Now let's see if the Raiders can answer that.
Alicia Davis and Fran Beliebe a little slow to start on the offensive end, but hopefully Fran Beliebe can win that matchup at the end of the night. Fran Beliebe working against Alicia Davis. Great look inside to Sydney Wygand, but nothing there. Alicia Davis complaining to the ref about a foul call off the rebound.
And the injured Grandview player is now being taken off the floor. She's looking to get more medical help, so that we pray for her.
Sydney Wygand in the inbound. Over to Fran Beliebe. Nice pass. That's what she really worked on this summer, is her passing and defense capabilities. Fran Beliebe. Nice, strong move. You counted, Fran. Franimal. Give it to him. They're not tall enough for you, Fran. Come on, you show them. Someone's been in the weight room.
And now she must have a burst of confidence, too, after making her last free throw. See if this one.
Fran Beliebe.
Bang!
How about that, Fran?
I don't know, Sam. Sometimes it seems like with Fran, these free throws are harder to make than the threes and the dunks and the jumpers, so huge there.
And look at this look at this defense, Jake. Betts looking to that left side. That almost is a turnover by Jada. Travel by Grandview. Another turnover by Grandview. Regis's defense has been the best of the season by far.
They're going to have to bring in Aisha Davis, too. They need some power on their team. If you're Grandview, you need to get something going. Raiders up 15 points. 3 minutes left to go in the second half, first half.
Grace Wygand already checking back in. I'm telling you, she's tough as nails. Grace Wygand trying to get the crossover to go. Great defense by Grandview. Nice pass ahead. And that wide open jumper is no good. And that's going to be Regis ball. Nice play by Grace Wygand, as Grace Wygand and at number 1 for Grandview, Brown. They're having some words, but I'm loving this heated altercation and play by both teams. As Sydney Wygand thought about a full court pass, but didn't quite do it there. Avery Van Sickle, 13 points in the game, 11 in the quarter. Jada Moore, a little off on her three. She's not totally feeling it tonight. Great defense look at Jada Moore hounding her on defense, but it's going to be a foul on her, getting a little overly aggressive, Jake.
A little ticky-tacky call there. It could have gone either way. I don't know if Jada Moore is going to like that one.
Grandview working up top. They can swing the ball and they can score at will. A wide open three for Brown, and it's a miss. Sam Jones doesn't have to track the rebound because it goes out of bounds.
Now, Sam, the Grandview Wolves already have 7 fouls in this game. Do you think it's wise for the Raiders to attack the rim with 3 minutes to go?
Oh, I definitely would. I would definitely look to Fran Beliebe. If you send it to her in the post, let her do a fake spin, take it against Alicia Davis, guarantee you she will foul. She cannot guard Francesca Beliebe. Sydney Wygand looking to Jada Moore. She had the three, decides not to take it, and that's a hard foul. And let me tell you, Jake, it's not easy to knock down Sydney Wygand. She is a girls lacrosse player as well, and as I mentioned, she will be going to West Point to play lacrosse. She is tough as nails and can play the game.
That's now the second time she's gotten knocked around, but she gets right back up.
Oh, yeah, it's child's play, Jake. It's child's play.
Already in the bonus for the Raiders. 8 fouls already. It's great to see the Raiders really being aggressive, and Grandview's taking fouls as a result.
Sydney Wygand has improved her shooting. As you can see it there, a very confident free throw. Last season, she was a big part of our championship run. Didn't shoot a lot, but she took it to the basket and was really good around the rim. She's a great player. Second free throw is good for Sydney Wygand. The Raiders are up 36-19. A whole nother team compared to last year. And that is great defense by the Raiders as Alicia Davis is up against Francesca, and that's a another turnover. Alicia Davis is not on her game. We are getting in her head.
I don't know about you, Sam. She might be getting a little scared of Fran over there. Didn't want to take it in, let her little fadeaway and get some travel.
You don't want to mess with the USA basketball player, my friend. You might get dunked on. As Alicia Davis comes off the court, visibly upset. Jada Moore working up top. She can break that full court trap easily. Jada Moore Nice pass, wide open, Sam Jones. Nice dribble move to get it inside. Almost a turnover. And it is a turnover. Brown gets the rebound, and she's working up top. Down low to O'Grady, and she's a skilled post-up player. And Francesca's a great defensive player.
Here she goes. Looking for the
Let's go! Believing just dunked the ball. Wow! Francesca! She has just dunked the ball. Regis Jesuit High School.
Oh my
No
goodness.
way! Please tell me I did not just watch that. This place just erupted like a volcano.
And she had the defender right on her. She said, I don't care, and puts it right home. Wow.
Francesca Beliebe. Even the Grandview fans are on their feet. What a play. The move, the jam, and the drop of the anvil. What a play by Francesca Beliebe.
It has been all Raiders tonight. And Fran putting the exclamation point on this game, and she's getting a standing ovation here tonight.
Francesca, I will remember that moment for the rest of my life. She just dunked it down in a high school basketball game. Wow, does Stanford have something coming, my friends. Stanford has a future WNBA player coming their way. Wow, what an energy booster. As they're playing great on the defensive end. But it's out on Regis. Oh my gosh.
Talk about a crowd booster here.
Oh.
Everybody's into this game.
I can barely breathe right now, Jake. Oh my God. I cannot believe this play by Regis and the Franimal.
I think we might be seeing this one on SportsCenter Top 10 tonight, Sam.
You watch, people. Chauncey Billups will be talking about this play tonight. As it's a three in the corner by Grandview. No good. They cannot get shots to fall. And that's a turnover for Regis. Travel. And Michael Manugian has had to say the word travel at least 10 times in this game already.
I think we might need to help him out a little bit. It's just starting to be too much. We'll take it.
Moore working the dribble. Still yet to get stuff to go offensively. And it's going to be a foul on Sydney Wygand, I guess. Kind of interesting there. I thought it could have gone either way, but you know, when you're playing against 6'5", 6'6" Betts, it's hard not to foul her. I mean, I have to be on her side on that one.
Yeah, definitely a big team here for Grandview with the 6'7" forward and the 6'3" Addison O'Grady. Raiders have been shutting them down all game, though.
Looking down low to O'Grady, playing great defense is Beliebe, and she gets that out of here. She is playing great, and she's coming in transition. Fran Beliebe with two people, and it's going to be Regis ball, and this crowd thought she was going to dunk this down on two people. She tried to Euro step it. You could just tell how much she's improved vastly with her ball handling and everything capabilities. As that one's going to be out on Grandview. And Grace Wygand's going to check in for Jada Moore. Sydney Wygand looking for Sam Jones, and she gets it to her. Sydney Wygand can't handle the ball. Avery Van Sickle working up top. She's crafty, and she's fouled.
She's going to go to the line, too. That's the 9th foul for Grandview. Way to go, Avery.
And Jake, this is a big point of emphasis in the game, because if anytime you can get a team this good, especially a number 3 seed who's undefeated, in foul trouble in this game, that is a game changer. So it's huge for the Raiders to get them in foul trouble. They just need to keep attacking with will.
Absolutely, as she hits the first free throw. Raiders more than double the points of Grandview right now. Now, Sam, what are you more proud of for this Raiders team? The offense shown in the first half or the defense?
You know, the offense has been great, don't get me wrong, but I love our tenacity on the defense. Just the heart, the willingness to get out and just to play hard against a state championship caliber team. I love it. As you can see, Avery Van Sickle and Grace Wygand with their face just says, I want that ball, as they take a deep three.
Not even close.
Fran Beliebe with another board. She has to have at least 8 or 9 boards already. Sydney Wygand looking to Fran. She gets it to her. Fran Beliebe to Sydney Wygand in a passing game offense. Sam Jones working up top to Fran Beliebe. Let's see what she does. Has a wide open Grace Wygand, still yet to score in this game. Sydney Wygand.
Just running the clock down. Great work.
To Avery Van Sickle. Looks like they're going to get one of the last shots, and she is fouled. Trying to go for 15. And Jake, I don't think the Raiders could have even ever played a more dominant first half than this one.
This has to be the best first half of the season for the Raiders. And Sam, you talked earlier about Jada Moore being recruited. Why is there no recruits for Avery Van Sickle?
Oh, I guarantee you there is. The same people who are here for Jada, they'll be here for Avery. As she hits the first free throw, give her 14. As Fran Beliebe checks out of the game, and she needs a break after she just slam dunked another one. Avery Van Sickle, another free throw. Little short. Grace Wygand gets the board with 5 seconds. Avery just a little short. And Grandview is going to shoot it at the buzzer. Miss it. And that's the halftime score for you. 41-19. Raiders up as it's highlighted by a Fran Beliebe. Big time dunk that electrified this entire crowd. Jake, any last thoughts before we head out for halftime?
I am stunned, Sam. Coach Maddie must be ecstatic about this first half of the Raiders, just like we are. 41-19.
As you can see, the Fox 31 reporter who is doing camera got that dunk on film, and she is mesmerized. You can just see in her face that she cannot believe what she just saw. She just saw the Franimal dunk in game against the reigning state champions. 41-19. Great game so far by the Raiders. 10 minutes at halftime. Stay tuned in. Make sure to follow us on our Raider Sports Network social media page, and you never know, you might see another dunk. We'll be back with you. Sam Stern, Jake Stewart. See you in a little bit.
Olivia, hurry up, come on, it's starting.
I'm sorry, I'm here now. Anyway, I'm Olivia Catalano.
And I'm Olivia Giardino.
And you're watching
Welcome to Rabble TV. We are really excited to bring you RJ Media's new fun sketch show. If cinnamon rolls can actually be baked in those ovens and see, well, will it make the cut? There we go. If cinnamon rolls can actually be baked in those ovens and see, well, will it make the cut? There we go. Did I smush it in? A little bit. Doesn't make the cut. Today we've been cooking cinnamon rolls, and they've been cooking for about 15 minutes in there with both sides. Now we're going to finally take a look at it. And take a look at that. And so now the question is, does it make the cut? It sure does.
I'm Graham McCulca. I'm 16 years old and I'm addicted to fantasy football. It's gotten bad. I haven't lost a fantasy football game in over 3 years. I spent over hundreds of dollars on it. It's really bad. I get home from school and all I do is look at fantasy football.
You know, I see Grant in the hallways and I try to say hi to him, but
What's up,
doesn't respond to me. He's always on his phone on fantasy and just feel bad for him.
I just see him messing around in class and he's never focused. His grades are dropping constantly. It's getting out of control. Someone needs to stop him.
I mean, he used to be able to go out with us and all his money's down the drain. Can't pay for McDonald's anymore. You know, spends all his time on that.
Yeah, it's bad. Every time I see Grant, he's always on his fantasy app. Never actually have a conversation with him anymore.
It's bad. It's bad.
We really hope you enjoyed the first ever episode of Rabble TV.
Welcome back to the Raider Sports Network. Sam Stern here, Jake Stewart. I'm sorry, but I'm lacking words right now to describe how amazing that was, Jake. I think you know what I'm about to tell you. Franimal dunked for the first time this season in game. And this house, I felt it shake when she dunked.
Definitely the loudest we've seen this place all year, and no doubt what a huge play for the Raiders. It's just seems like with the intensity this Raiders team has shown tonight, it doesn't look like it's going away anytime soon.
It doesn't. The Franimal coming out with 11 points in that first half, 9 boards, and 2 blocks. So she was a Franimal, to say the least. I keep using it, but she was. And Avery Van Sickle, I mean, what a beast on both the offensive and defensive end. She had 15 points, and she played some of the best basketball of her life tonight. Even though it was only 15, she has way more time to go.
Yep, I know we've talked about Fran a lot, but really Avery's been the star tonight, and really the Raiders wouldn't have been able to get the dunk if it wouldn't have been for this Raiders team stepping up and putting up 41 points in the first half. It's crazy.
Yeah, if it weren't for their phenomenal defense, they would have had no chance at that dunk. So definitely great by the Raiders. And then heading over to Grandview, Alicia Davis, not having the type of game that you would expect from a star caliber player who really helped out get them to the championship and really has helped them. So it's crazy that we've played her so well.
Yeah, she's being shut down by this Raiders team. This entire Raiders defense has stepped up tonight and really made it a point of emphasis to shut down these big forwards, O'Grady as well as Davis, and it's been huge.
It is. So we're going to come back to you second half coming up right now, and we're going to get started with you. So we're excited to be with you here. Sam Stern, Jake Stewart, Chalmers Powell on camera with Nick Faestel, Patrick Carlson, and our phenomenal producer, Matthew Bornhorst. Make sure to watch us on YouTube or Twitter tonight as they get it into the Franimal, and she misses that one, gets it on the ground.
Huge rebound.
To Jada, and into Franimal. She's too big, gets her own rebound, and that should be out on her, and it's going to be Grandview ball. So a little frazzled there, trying to put it up and put it back, but she comes up empty on that one. It's going to be Grandview ball.
Tried 3 times, and it never went home, but Fran wanted the ball on that one. She thought it didn't go off of her. Play some defense now.
Tamia Johnson has played a pretty good game this far, but O'Grady's played even better. She's in double digits now with 11. Avery Van Sickle looking to Sydney Wigan, and you're seeing a whole new Grandview team right now coming out and playing way better defense. Jada Moore looking to Sam Jones is off on the 3.
You can't sleep on this Grandview team coming back up again with O'Grady.
Ethan O'Grady. How about that in transition? Avery Van Sickle gets it over to Jada Moore, and Jada Moore is just taking her time. She's very composed. She's always in the moment, knowing when and when not to do certain things. Jada Moore looking to Avery Van Sickle, and that's going to be Regis ball. So Jake, you're seeing a brand new defense and offense by Grandview right now. What do you think their coach told them? Like, what are you doing?
I think he told them to play their game, Sam. They've been playing great all year, but the Raiders did shut them down in the first half. So I think he told them not to do the same in the first half and really step it up.
Avery Van Sickle working up top against Johnson. Johnson is then fouled by Avery Van Sickle. They're going to have some words as Johnson pushes Van Sickle, and they're starting to talk, and this is fun. Jake, this is some fun basketball. This is what I like. Some trash talking and competitive play. You're talking about 2 undefeated teams going at it, and they're talking about what could be possible technicals.
And Avery doesn't like it, and I don't blame her. She should be upset about that. That should be a technical.
And I think it could be a technical on Johnson on Grandview for pushing a little bit. I think she got a little too emotional on that one, as you can see Jake and Coach Maddie pulling out the tee. You tell him, Jake. So the ref's talking about it, and it looks like there is going to be some kind of call. So it looks like it's going to be a double technical, as Van Sickle and Johnson are going to get technical fouls.
Horrible call there. Absolutely horrible. Van Sickle did not deserve to get a foul there.
Definitely a weird one, as Johnson is a little confused by that call. But nevertheless, it's going to be Avery Van Sickle shooting a free throw. And I'm guessing she's going to make this one. Van Sickle is a pure shooter. She's really worked hard over the offseason. She has also played for USA basketball in camps over the summer and during the year. She is known widely over the nation. She trains with some of the best trainers in the entire nation who train college and professional WNBA players. She is a phenomenal prospect going into her junior and senior year next year.
And a great shooting form, too. She knocks it home.
Look at this form, Jake.
Boom.
Look at that.
Boom.
Confidence.
Nice and easy. And now it's Grandview's turn. Is Grandview even going to get... No, they're not going to get free throws here. It's just going to be the ball's going to go out of bounds. So it is a good call by the refs.
Sydney Wigan to Jada Moore. Jada Moore working the dribble. Gets it over to Van Sickle. A little bit of an awkward pass there, but it gets to her. Looks to Franimal. Still yet to score in this second half. Waits there. Oh, almost got the end when she got Alicia Davis. And Jake, she has took Alicia Davis to town.
Absolutely. She's shown no mercy tonight between the dunk and all these strong takes to the basket, drawing the foul, and there's another one there.
Yeah, she's really taken Alicia Davis on a road trip to nowhere, as you can see. As Fran Beliebe hits yet another free throw, and she is looking very confident right now. So Fran Beliebe, 6:22 left to go in this second half. Looking to get another free throw, but misses that one. A work in progress. Looks to the corner for Johnson. Almost a travel. Looks inside, and that's going to be a turnover against Grandview as O'Grady threw a rough pass. They said that it was touched by Regis, but I don't think they had their glasses on
It is Raiders ball, actually,
yeah.
Once again, the refs coming up big with the call there.
Jada Moore, a little shifty with it. Oh, come on, Jada. She can't guard you. She cannot guard you. She cannot guard you, Jada.
No, Grady's
I tell you,
screaming.
she's shifty.
O'Grady was screaming for the ball. She finally got it off the rebound and put it home, but Raiders still up over 20 points, Sam.
And I don't know why they're not utilizing her more, Jake. She's one of the tallest people on the floor at all times. Fran Beliebe.
Wow!
Wow! Fran Beliebe threw down the hardest screen in history. Oh my gosh. And a missed three. Alicia Davis working down low, misses the layup. Second attempt blocked,
out!
And they call foul.
That looked clean, Sam. These
Wow.
Grandview fans still upset after that screen. It just looked like a great screen there by Fran, but
Can you believe that, Jake?
never seen a bigger screen in my life.
What else can't she do? She is, what else can she do? She is annihilating this team. That screen, Jake, that screen has been harder than any screen that has been served in the varsity boys basketball games. I'm sorry, but it's true. She was pure animal on that one. Wow. You know, Jake, earlier I was talking about how I was talking to Father Roxford about Fran Beliebe and her going to Stanford and how that's all going to work out. You know, her parents are medical, are in the medical field, and they want her to become a doctor. Fran Beliebe, not completely saying no, but you could tell that she loves basketball. But I was telling Father, if she plays this way, I don't know how she wouldn't go play in big time one day. I know that sometimes you have to follow what the parents want to do, but Jake, she needs to be playing in the pros. She's that caliber player right now.
Well, Sam, knowing Fran, she could be just as good a doctor as she is basketball player. She's
you
good
never
tennis
know.
player. She's good about just about everything.
Hey, you never know. But I still wanted to play basketball.
Don't blame you, Sam. Do not blame you.
Alicia Davis wearing the Nike LeBrons and not paying respects to him this far with only 6 points. make that still 6 points as she is broke from the free throw line.
She is upset tonight. She's not gotten anything done tonight. Fran has shut her down.
Talk about the best person on the floor that we've stopped. It's her. As she makes a free throw, give her 7. 7 points, 5 boards for Alicia Davis. As Jada Moore trying to find somebody to get it into. Almost a turnover by Sydney, but she corrals it. Jada Moore looks on the left, trying to be the floor facilitator. Over to Avery Van Sickle, trying to get some movement up top to isolate Sydney Wygant down low, but can't quite get it. Grandview transition, nice pass, and Johnson loses it.
Now, Sam, we've seen tonight so many instances where Grandview is just one step away from a made shot or a foul. I mean, they've had so many chances tonight with open looks, but they just haven't gotten much to fall their way.
It's just a lot of unforced errors, really, because that one was Regis didn't do anything for that one. As Avery Van Sickle bodies Johnson and says a little something to her afterwards, like, "Do you really think you can guard me, Miss Johnson? I don't think so." As Johnson gets inside, get that out of here.
See ya.
She sent that one to Stanford. Sam Jones working on the left side. Avery Van Sickle. Down low to Fran. Against O'Grady. Oh, look at her move.
Wow.
Francesca Believi with the Hakeem Olajuwon shimmy and shake, and she finishes it.
And last game we saw the Dirk Nowitzki move. There we see the Olajuwon move. So huge move by Fran. Just really just showing off at this point.
And a good take there actually by Grandview, and she gets fouled and trying to do a Euro step into the left. Coach Maddie pleading a case for a travel, but I don't know. That looked like a clean move to me, but either way, she's getting free throws. Sydney Wygant gets called for the foul. First free throw's a miss. As Betts is going to check back in, along with number 3 for Grandview, Robinson. Robinson hasn't gotten a lot of minutes in this game thus far, as she's subbing in for Johnson at that point guard position. Grandview's second free throw's good. Grace Wygant's going to take this one out of bounds. Looking for Avery Van Sickle, she gets it. Avery Van Sickle's cooking right now. She has 19 points in the game. Avery Van Sickle trying to get it to Sam Jones, but it's a turnover. Grady against Fran, and she loses it. And Fran Beliebi gets it. Great defense by Fran Beliebi. Oh, no way. No way, Francesca. Oh, my gosh. No look pass.
Coast to coast there for Fran. She had more open, but decided to take it herself, and we'll take it.
Yeah, why not a modest layup, Jake? As Avery Van Sickle saves it from going out of bounds. And she has been great in isolation instances. Jada Moore has 5 in the game, but gets a turnover there. Still trying to find her rhythm. That's the awesome thing about this Regis Jesuit team. We have all the depth in the world, and when one player isn't playing well, there's another one to step up. Looking inside to Betts. Should have taken that one, but gave it to Grady, who misses it.
Here comes Fran again.
Beliebi has an open court with Grady in front of her. Fakes it. Almost got called for the travel, and that one's going to go out. Avery Van Sickle and Jada Moore a little confused on who to get it to, but they shake hands and realize that it was just a funny mistake on both of their parts.
Now, Sam, I have to ask you, up 25 points with a little over 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Were you expecting the Raiders to take such a demanding lead tonight?
You know, personally, no. I thought it was going to be a close game, but with the talent we have, I'm not surprised at all, to say the least. Grandview working up top. Trying to look. That's a wide open 3. Very short. Fran Beliebi and Alicia fighting for it, but Grandview wins that battle, and she's hit hard by Fran. And Fran is bodying every single one of these Grandview players every time. Wow. And a full timeout for Regis. 52-27 blowout thus far. 2:40 left to go in the third. We're going to take a quick break with you here on the Raider Sports Network. Sam Stern, Jake Stewart, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll have some more basketball for you in just a little bit. Thank you. Welcome back to the Raider Sports Network. As Grandview's at the free throw line. Betts and Alicia Davis are in right now. Definitely a front court that's a force to be reckoned with. 2 free throws here. Grandview is shot okay from the free throw line, shooting just about 45% from the line.
Wigan might have stepped in there a little bit, but I don't think anybody saw that except for me, Sam, so we'll let it go.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, Grace. We already told the refs not to call lane violations. Grandview here, shooting the second. See if she can make this one. And doesn't roll out that time. Avery Van Sickle's going to take it out. Let's see who she chooses to get it to. It's Jada Moore. Working up court. Look at how fast she is. Trying to get it to Grace Wigan. It's intercepted. Grandview transition. Taking it hard. And one.
The Wolves are just trying to get something going here, and maybe that's the spark they needed. But for the Raiders, just keep the pedal to the metal, Sam.
And if you're the Raiders, you have to stay composed. I know that you're playing a potential state caliber team, but you can't give up. As you're seeing number 3 for Regis check in, the freshman McHugh checking in for the first time tonight. Let me tell you, Jake, she was splashing jumpers one by one pregame.
She's not afraid, that's for sure.
And she's undersized, but it doesn't matter. She can still work it however you need her to.
And that's what they told
Avery
Avery.
Van Sickle off the hard screen from Fran. Nice inside pass. She misses with the left, boards it over Alicia, and that should be a jump ball.
And one, come on.
Close one, Jake. It looked like it might have been.
Offensive foul. Oh, that's a jump ball.
I know, we so badly wanted her to get that one, but Grandview's going to come up victorious on that one. As they look to Alicia Davis. Nice pass to Betts, but can't finish the end one. Alicia Davis starting to help out more on the passing end of things since she hasn't really been able to find her offense, but whatever works for her.
And Betts, like these other Wolves, have just been shut down tonight. This is, I believe, her first time at the line tonight, so we'll see what happens here. But great defense in the second half as well so far by the Raiders.
And her free throw short there as Johnson checks back in again.
Now,
along with Brown.
Excuse me, Sam. An interesting point now for the Raiders is they already have 6 fouls, and we're not even done with this third quarter yet. So a little bit dicey there for the Raiders.
And that second free throw's good. Her form's actually pretty good for someone her size. Most people that play in the post aren't great free throw shooters, but she showed that she can knock them down. Avery Van Sickle, about 2 minutes left to go. Working around the screen. She's really good at curling those screens. And a turnover for Alicia Davis. And she's going. And she misses the wide open layup. And a jump ball on Regis. And I actually thought that should have been a foul because I thought they pushed her to the ground that time, but looks like they called nothing.
This might be one of Alicia Davis's biggest struggles of games of her career. It's been a rough night for her, no doubt, as she missed the wide open layup there.
Sam Jones working up top. Looking up to Jada Moore. She's going to take her time. They're in no hurry. Up 20. 52-32. They average 69 points per game. They're heading in that direction. Sam Jones. With Sydney Wigan cutting. Doesn't get her. Instead looks to Avery Van Sickle, who misses that jumper. And it's going to be out on Regis. They're getting the opportunities, but aren't scoring as much as they did in the first half, but still playing a good game. Let's see if they can get some stops on defense. Jada Moore with Avery Van Sickle on her left. And a kick ball on Van Sickle. Great defense, though, by the Raiders, Jake.
Absolutely. Another great possession defense there by the Raiders as they bring in Wigan to replace her sister there. Hopefully provide some defense here.
Alicia Davis with Fran Believe. Get that out of here. What is wrong with you? And they hit the 3. Okay.
So it ends up working out for the Wolves, but the Raiders still up 17, under a minute to go in the quarter.
Avery Van Sickle working against Johnson. That's been a fun matchup. Francesca Belibi. Oh, that's a mismatch. That's a mismatch, Fran. Takes a Fran Belibi
on top of Davis.
Off the dribble. Fadeaway jumper is pure. What an improved jumper that was. Great help defense by Jada Moore. This 2-3 zone has been working to perfection. Double team bets working thus far. Looking on that right side. Out for a 3 for Grandview. Way too hard, and it's boarded by Grace. She flew in the air to board that one. With 7 seconds left to go. Avery Van Sickle. 4, 3, 2, the jumper. Bang! Good! She is a flamethrower. Avery Van Sickle, 21 in this game.
Exclamation point there, wow.
This has been a marquee matchup to die for, as Grandview's trying to find a way to stop the Raiders. 56-35. Wow, Jake. Avery Van Sickle dribbling to the left around the screen. Easy, composed mid-range jumper. Wow.
I can say on behalf of both of us, Sam, we are shocked tonight the result of this game. It's not even close right now. Raiders are easily taking down the Wolves.
This has been one of the best games in Regis history, no doubt in my mind.
And looking to bring the home basketball record court to 137-18. Just absolutely unbelievable record for the Raiders here at home.
As Grandview fans are already leaving right now, and if I were them, I would too, by the way. Regis has been smacking them around thus far. So 8 more minutes left to go in what has been an electrifying, gravitating, crazy game. I almost flew off the balcony on that dunk. I mean, this was just unbelievable. So Avery Van Sickle's going to take this one to start. And if you want to see that Franimal dunk one more time, make sure to go to RJ Media Instagram and check it out. Maybe watch it 25 times. I probably will tonight. You can't get enough of that.
Probably see that tonight on SportsCenter too.
Oh yeah,
Sam.
tune in. It will be there, no doubt in my mind. Jada Moore working up top, behind the back dribble to Fran. Fran and Avery Van Sickle have been the offensive powerhouses. Come on, give it to her.
I'll
Just
have
keep
another,
giving
says
it
Fran.
to her. That's a automatic freight train. Choo-choo, baby. Easy cash money for Fran Belibi. She takes it in strong with the power move into the and one layup. And her free throw is pure.
You can tell she worked on those this week. They've been nice tonight.
19 for Fran. O'Grady, way to get out of the press. And they finish the layup. Great press break by the Grandview Wolves. Reigning state championship winners, as I've mentioned. Jada Moore working it up top. Trying to look for Sam Jones, a little bit of an errant pass, and it's a turnover. Grandview coming in transition, and that jumper is way short, did not look confident, and that mid-range is no good. Fran Belibi, nice kick up. Sydney Wygand. And it gets hit out of bounds by Grandview. Great chase down defense and knockout by Brown. Sydney Wygand looking to Fran Belibi. One big power move, finish. O'Grady cannot guard Francesca tonight.
She didn't stand a chance there. Fran just backs her down, not scared whatsoever of the threat in front of her. Whoa, O'Grady gives a little push there. I don't know about that, Sam.
Hey, she needs to do whatever she can to get Fran to not bite, but you know what? It ain't going to happen. Jada Moore, her defense has been phenomenal tonight when her offense hasn't been working. Fran Belibi boards that one, and it's a jump.
Davis missing another shot there. She is not happy tonight. Things have just not gone her way, Sam.
No, and as much as we've said how bad that they've played thus far. Don't think that we won't see this team again this season. We will see them, and she will be playing out of her mind. This is one game. She's averaging 15 points per game and 11 rebounds. She knows what she's doing.
Now, Sam, in terms of women's basketball, you have to think this has turned into somewhat of a rivalry. The Wolves and the Raiders, such a great matchup every time they play. But the Raiders really having their way tonight here at their home court.
Yes, it's the next Golden State Cleveland, even though this has only been 1 year. Avery Van Sickle, great hounding defense by Brown, but she gets out of it. And Sydney Wygand misses the layup, gets it back, and she's fouled by Davis. Davis cannot believe the call as they are getting smoked inside. As Grace Wygand's coming to check in, and we'll see who she comes in for, as Betts is also waiting at the scores table.
Nice form there by Wygand, putting it in.
Betts is going to check in for Davis, and don't be surprised if that's the last we see of her tonight.
Just a very frustrating night all around for this Grandview Wolves team. You got to think they'll be watching the tape and hoping to improve in their next game, as obviously one of these teams will not be undefeated after this game, and Raiders are looking good so far.
Francesca Beliebe trying to guard Betts. Thought she got the clean block, but Betts will go to the free throw line for the second time tonight. She's 1 of 2. Trying to go 3 of 4. Betts' first free throw, short. And Sydney Wygand is checking in. Sydney Wygand has been a beast on the boards, and she's been running the floor very well tonight. She's provided some great and much-needed energy against this Wolves team. Betts' second free throw. And Grace Wygand flies up in the air like an eagle to get that one. Jada Moore is fouled by Brown.
Easy call there.
And
Moore going to work.
And you know, Jake, as much as they're fouling a lot, I do still love the pressure by Grandview. Like, they're down 62-39, but their pressure is phenomenal right now. Really trapping Jada, trying to get in her head, and they're trying to get that 8-second violation back court.
They're not quitting. And, Sam, this is a team that really hasn't had much of a challenge since that Grandview Regis game back in the championship last year. And so they really haven't experienced defeat quite like this. So, nice pass there.
Grace Wygand almost turns it over. Jada Moore working the dribble. Had a wide open Grace Wygand. Avery Van Sickle, wide open, count it, bucket, count it, bucket, easy. Jada Moore, do not leave her open.
You're wondering.
I knew that was going in before she shot it.
You're wondering when she was going to go off, and now's her time.
That's 8 points for Jada as Betts gets an easy wide open layup there. She's just too tall. Avery Van Sickle working on the left. She gets trapped fast at a timeout by the Raiders. And we're going to take a quick timeout here on the Raiders Sports Network to catch our breaths. 4:42 left in this game, 65-41. We will be back with you in just a second. Thank you so much. Welcome back to the Raiders Sports Network. Sam Stern, Jake Stewart, and Jake, excuse me, Jake. I'm in disbelief. I can't really come up with words. As you can see, Grandview fans leaving by the dozen by the play thus far in this game. Can you believe it, Jake?
I cannot. I'm in shock, too. I'm currently waving goodbye to the fans, wishing them a safe drive home on this snowy night.
I know. As Alicia Davis gets a steal, see if she can finish a layup. And she does, plus
Finally.
the foul. I know, Jake. I know. I was waiting as she gets one to go. 65-43, 4:30 left to go in this game, and this has just been an all-out destruction of the masses for the Raiders. As Alicia Davis steps up to the line, 1 of 2, make that 1 of 3. Grace Wygant immediately trapped by Alicia Davis and gives it to Jada Moore. Johnson switching on to Moore. She's played some pretty good defense in the game. Jada Moore. Really high pass by Jada Moore trying to get it to Grace Wygant at a turnover. As Jada Moore and Sam Jones will check out of the game. And McHugh and Wygand, the older one, Sydney Wygand, will check back in. The West Point, soon to be West Point. Alicia Davis, she's powerful, Jake. She's powerful.
Finally starting to have her way, but it did take her long enough. 3 quarters to finally get Alicia Davis going. Raiders shutting her down all night.
Yeah, they could have definitely used it as McHugh is able to save, and watch her. She's a sniper. She's a sniper! Freshman! Give it to her! As she smiles up the court as she gets her first home points of the season. McHugh. She is a 3-point sniper. Oh, Avery Van Sickle dropped Alicia Davis to the ground, and Jake McHugh is adding a flame to this already gigantic fire for this Regis Jesuit Raiders team, as that shot was wet.
And I think these Raiders need to go outside. It's like I said, Sam, it's really chilly. It's snowy. I don't know. They're just really hot right now. You know what I'm saying?
I know. They could use it. How about 2, McHugh? Almost got to. This place would have went crazy, but why not take a Franimal layup? Just keep adding to that already gigantic total, Fran. 70-45, already above their season average of 69 points a game. And a wacky dribble there as McHugh gets it to Van Sickle.
Just trying to show off, do
nice
too much.
pass, Sydney Wygand. Oh, and Alicia Davis, that looked like a Clayton block there, but they call foul, and Grandview does not like the call.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Whoa!
Alicia Davis.
She might have to get out a couple games for that. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
What in the world was that? Yeah, she's immediately running off. That's it for her. She's got to be out a couple games for that. And we see the cop come on the floor. Wow. Absolutely throwing Wygant down. That is not what you want to see from this team. And Coach Maddie standing up for his players, saying, get out of this gym. Get out of here.
Wow, this is crazy. Police thinking about coming on the court on this one, and I would if I were them too, as one of the fans comes onto the court.
We see one of these dads just absolutely going wild. This is not okay, folks. This is just this is just a team getting upset. They don't get down much, and
Davis.
No. Sorry, Sam. I had to drag in on that.
Hey, I'm totally fine with it as Grace Wygant gets back up, and wow. Jimmy Trico, the president or principal of the school, I should say, having to get that one. Trying to guard off and fend off everybody.
What an absolutely disturbing play. That's not what you want to see.
That's not how high school basketball should be played, and it says a lot about them.
I think Alicia Davis just had enough tonight. She just couldn't take it anymore, and you got to think she's going to be kicked out of this game.
She needs to be suspended a couple of games. That's unacceptable. But you know what? Why talk about someone who would do that? Let's just talk about the Raiders and how much they've absolutely smashed this Grandview team. An embarrassment to this final squad, who obviously can play, but tonight really show that they aren't as talented as they were last year. So great play by the Raiders this far, and I'd much rather talk about the obvious positives than the negatives.
I got to say, Sam, if this doesn't start a rivalry, I don't know what does.
Yeah, this is definitely a crazy one. I've never seen anything like this in a high school matchup. So a little bit here to make sure Michael Manugian gets the calls right. Let's hear what he says.
And once again, she will be kicked out of the game. That's 2 technicals given to her, and likely multiple games for her. As Chastel will probably take a look, and she'll probably be suspended.
Michael Manugian still trying to figure out the calls here. Grace Wygand will shoot 2 free throws, though. She is a good free throw shooter, and she's back up and ready to go after she was completely shoved to the ground. Let me tell you, this has been one of the craziest and best basketball games I have ever seen. This is unbelievable. As Grandview is already upset by this one. This is crazy. In this game, could it get any crazier right now? I'm telling you.
There she goes. She's officially kicked out. I don't know why she's not getting out of this gym. She's probably got a long ride home.
So Avery Van Sickle is actually going to shoot these free throws. First one, pure. Oh, don't bang the bleachers. You know that's not going to help. She's a sniper. As the Raider fans just looking over to Grandview like, hey, where are all of you? Where'd you all go? As Avery Van Sickle hits the second, she's going to get another 2 free throws. Wow, she's really getting some good practice in on her free throws tonight. Van Sickle trying to go a 3 of 3. Yes, she does.
Got to make them pay, Sam.
And trying to go 4 of 4 here, right here. And the 4th free throw is up and easy. And she likes it there as she daps that up. And McHugh is going to check out as she played great in her minutes, hitting the 3 and providing a lot of much-needed energy. Avery Van Sickle is going to take this one out of bounds. Grace Wygand, Jada Moore, Fran Beliebe, and Sydney Wygand. Jada Moore dribbling this one over to Grace Wygand. Trapped in the corner. Tries to save it, but it's taken by Grandview. Johnson, a wide open 3. Not even close. Rebounded up and good by Grandview. 2:30 left to go. 74-47. Avery Van Sickle going to throw it up to Jada Moore. They've been a dynamic duo once again. Sydney Wygand to Avery Van Sickle. Almost a turnover. How about a 3, Sydney? How about a 3? Not there.
That's okay. Fran will
Easy.
get it.
Yeah, why not, right? Yeah, we'll just get on our phones and text. We know she's going to score every other basket. So this one over to O'Grady. Looks for the mini jumper. Is good. Avery Van Sickle over to Jada Moore. Avery Van Sickle over to Grace Wygand. Swinging it over to Avery Van Sickle out to Grace Wygand. Kind of a wacky pass. Sister to sister. Avery Van Sickle was thinking about getting it. Jada Moore. Fran. How about a 3? No way. Oh, I thought that went in. I thought that went in too. I was like, there's no way. And that 3 is good. So Grandview coming alive with a minute left to go in the 4th. Yes, people, the 4th. They cannot come back. Avery Van Sickle over to Jada Moore. This has been the game of a lifetime as Davis comes back onto the court.
Sam, we've seen a little bit of everything tonight between a Fran dunk, a little skirmish, and up to a 30-point lead for the Raiders. It really doesn't get any better than tonight.
As they're telling Davis to leave, she came back onto the floor.
She's already in street clothes. I don't know what that was for.
And one for Fran. You know, Jake, why not just shut down the broadcast now? I mean, it's over. Fran is an animal. She's eaten this team alive. This has been her dinner for the night. So this has been crazy. 40.2 seconds left to go. We're up 23 points. She's trying to make it 25 and get the score up to 80. As Avery Van Sickle heads out for the night. And McHugh checks back in.
See the last of the Grandview fans heading out.
As Fran Belibi waves her hands and she's happy. She is happy by this all-out obliteration of a state champ. Great defense by the Raiders, Jada Moore. And that one stolen, almost by Grace Wygand. They're on the floor. Betts, nice spin move, but not finishing. Jada Moore
going up strong and
claws that one.
Hold the ball for the last 20 seconds here.
Yes, the Raiders are starting to get excited by a huge win here. I think they're just going to dribble this one out and hold it. As the clock rings down. Jada Moore, okay.
You're showing off for the scouts a little bit there.
And this game's over. 79-55. Action-packed game. Regis versus Grandview. 79-55. Jake, a game highlighted by dunks, blocks, high-level three-pointers, scoring. Just a great all-around game. Last thoughts.
Monumental win for the Raiders, one of the best in the history of this program. And if you're Coach Maddie, you just got to give them on a pat on the back. Great game from all the players, and we look forward to next week. Thanks for tuning in with us.
Yeah, thank you so much. For Sam Stern, Jake Stewart, Nick Faestel, Chalmers Powell, Patrick Carlson, and our phenomenal producer, Matthew Bornhorst, this is Sam Stern saying good night, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much.